human beings, the leader, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, but unlike the leaders of the world, وَاللَّهُ يَعْصِمُكَ مِنَ النَّاسِ, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protected Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So she came to Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam's door, فَلَمْ يَجِدْ عِنْدَهُ بَوَّابِينَ. She didn't find any guards over there. There were no doormen. She was able to go direct access to Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. فَقَالَتْ لَمْ أَعْرِفْكَ. She went to Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. She said, I didn't recognize you. So now, it's as if what she wasn't concerned about her reaction per se. She said, I have the right to be sad. What she was concerned about was that she reacted to Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Now Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam isn't concerned that she acted like that to him. He's concerned about her reaction itself. فَقَالَ إِنَّمَا الصَّبْرُ عِنْدَ الصَّدْمَةِ الْأُولَى مُتَّفَقٌ عَلَيْهِ. So Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, verily, sabr is only at the time of the first strike. And this is agreed upon. وَفِي رِوَايَةٍ لِمُسْلِمٍ. Imam Muslim's narration says, تَبْكِي عَلَى صَبِيِّ اللَّهِ. She was crying about her child that passed away. So now see, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, it's as if he was saying to her, look, I don't get angry about something regarding myself. I only get upset when something is regarding Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So what I pointed out to you, the way that you reacted, fine. I'm not even going to address it. Rather, I want to turn you to the akhirah. I want to turn you towards the optimal thing. The reason I said what I said to you was because you were acting in a manner that may be displeasing to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or at least in a manner that was not going to gain you maximum reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I want to turn your attention there. And I want to inform you that now you might be fine. But the full reward, it's not that you won't get rewarded, but the full reward for sabr and all of those rewards that are mentioned about sabr, they're given when you show that steadfastness and resoluteness at the time of the difficulty. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He's made humans in an amazing way. He's given us a short memory. When a crisis afflicts us, when something difficult happens, when some beloved person, like our beloved Akbar Shah Sahab, a few years ago, he lost his son, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make that a means of his Jannah, make it a means of Jannah for him. At that time, your whole world may be spinning, right? When you lose a parent, when you lose an aunt, uncle, sibling, whatever it is, when some calamity befalls you in your life, you lose your job, at that moment everything is spinning. But a week later, you're able to get on your feet. A month later, when you think about it, you might become sad, but you're able to go on with your life. And if we were paralyzed by every calamity, this world would cease to exist. So the harshest and most difficult time to maintain sabr is when? At the time when it initially afflicts us. So the full reward is given to the person who stands up at that time and doesn't say anything displeasing to him. Now the question here is, do you get reward if later on if you show sabr? Of course. In another hadith, I believe it's narrated by Imam Tirmidhi, that when a person thinks of something difficult that happened, later on, and they say, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He still rewards them. Even if you think about a difficulty that afflicted you in the past, you say, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He still rewards you. Now, why is this narration being brought in this book over here? Because the previous few narrations were saying that crying is not contrary to sabr. So Imam Nawawi is showing us that there is a limit though. And this woman, she crossed the limit. Perhaps she was engaging in over-exaggeration. Or perhaps she was crying and making a scene in a mixed gathering. Or perhaps Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was just advising her. He saw her distress and he said that, وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالصَّبْرِ. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is trying to encourage her. You'll get through it. But she reacted in this manner. So Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he taught her this. We have a little bit more time today. This is a short narration. So next hadith, وَعَنْ أَبِي هُرَيْرَةَ رَضِيَ اللَّهُ عَنْهُ أَنَّ رَسُولَ اللَّهِ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَسَلَّمَ قَالَ. Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu, he narrates that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, يَقُولُ اللَّهُ تَعَالَى, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says. Now this genre of hadith is called Hadith Qudsi. Hadith Qudsi is in which Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said. Now, what's the difference between Hadith Qudsi and Quran? Can somebody tell me? That's one of it. The Quran is mutawatir. More than that, in the hadith, in the Quran, it's the exact words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? The Shahid Bhai, he told me, let's say the Shahid Bhai, he told me that, in Hyderabad, he went and he ate at Paradise, right? That's the famous place, right? He said that, you know, you need to eat at Paradise, it's the best place. But he told me in Urdu. Now I say to everybody, yeah, Shahid Bhai says that the best place to eat in Hyderabad is Paradise, right? Now I'm saying Shahid Bhai said that. The idea is from Shahid Bhai. The words are mine. You understand? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He puts the idea in Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam's mind, or He expresses it to Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam in one way. It's expressed to him in that way. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he uses his own words because there's a different audience. So to convey even those words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he has the freedom to use his own words, as opposed to the Quran, you have to use those exact words. Secondly, the Quran is mutawatir, as you said. It's indisputable that this is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Whereas Hadith Qudsi, they're like any Hadith. You can have Sahih, Hadith Qudsi, Hasan, Da'if, you can have all of them. Number three, you don't get the same reward as Quran. You don't get 10 rewards for every letter. You don't have to have wudu to touch it, etc. Okay? Anyway, so this is called Hadith Qudsi. So if you hear a Hadith Qudsi, it's possible that a Hadith Qudsi could be da'if as well. But in Riad AlSa, he tries to bring all Sahih Hadith, so don't really worry about that. So يقول الله تعالى ما لعبد المؤمن عندي جزاء. Rasulullah says, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, that my believing servant has nothing with me, jaza'un, from reward. I'm just translating word by word. إِذَا قَبَضْتُ صَفِيَّهُ, when I take his beloved from him, min ahli dunya, from the people of this world, ثُمَّ احْتَسَبَهُ, then he shows patience except Jannah. Meaning the only thing that I have in store for this person in terms of reward, when their beloved is taken away from them, is Jannah. But not just taken away from them, and then they expect that Allah will reward me, because Allah has said that if you show patience, right? وَلَمَنْ صَبَرَ وَغَفَرَ إِنَّ ذَلِكَ لَمِنْ عَزْمِ الْأُمُورِ, and إِنَّمَا يُوَفَّى الصَّابِرُونَ أَجْرَهُمْ بِغَيْرِ حِسَابٍ. Those that show sabr, they will be given without any accounting. You know, everything. Look, Allah says in the Quran, مَنْ جَاءَ بِالْحَسَنَةِ فَلَهُ عَشْرُ أَمْثَالِهَا. You do something good, you get 10 rewards. But when Allah says in terms of sabr, إِنَّمَا يُوَفَّى الصَّابِرُونَ أَجْرَهُمْ بِغَيْرِ حِسَابٍ. I don't count. We're not talking about 10. We're talking about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala opening the bank and giving to you without counting when you show sabr. So when your beloved is taken away from you, it's difficult. Everybody has a person that they love, a family member, a child, a parent, an aunt, uncle, friend. When they're taken away from you, Sophia, it's difficult. And again, your whole world comes to a standstill, and all these memories, they keep coming back to you. But if you express patience and you expect Allah will reward for me, Allah will give you Jannah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will, inshallah, if that person was good, Allah will reunite you with them in Jannah. Rawahu Bukhari, Imam Bukhari, he narrates this hadith. Inshallah, we'll take a break from Riad Salihin in the month of Ramadan. After Ramadan, inshallah, we'll resume. In Ramadan, inshallah, daily after Asr. 2 years ago, in COVID, we were going over this book called Risalatul Mustarshideen, which is the treatise for the seekers of guidance. And ironically, Dr. Ramzi Saab, in the khutbah, he spoke about the author last week. Inshallah, we'll be continuing that book to, inshallah, finish it off. Every day after Asr in the month of Ramadan, after Taraweeh, we'll have our usual Taraweeh tafsir talks as well. And inshallah, we'll resume with Riad AlSa if Allah gives tawfiq in life. Inshallah, after the month of Ramadan. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala join us in Jannah like we sit here every week. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us amongst those who love and benefit from Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam as we hear his words on a weekly basis. Jazakumullah khair. Wassalamu alaikum.